Your office objected to us getting Delta records for flights that you may have taken with Mr. Wade.
Well, no. Look, I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
So my question was, do you have any problem?
I object to getting any personal records of mine.
And here we go. A Georgia Court of Appeals has disqualified the Fulton County DA, Fani Willis, from that election interference case. It's coming down right now. The case against Trump and more than a dozen others already largely stalled, as you know. The new ruling means that it will be up to the prosecuting attorney's council in the state of Georgia to find another prosecutor to decide on the case, to take it over and make a decision as to whether or not they continue with a prosecution of the incoming president.
You 0-2.
All right, guys, so we know about the case down in Georgia where the DA's office is trying to prosecute Trump for trying to overturn an election. Now, what we just learned is DA Willis was just booted off of the case. This is apparently her second time being booted off of the case due to conflict of interest. That's pretty wild. I wonder how many times you can be booted off of a case for conflict of interest before you're disbarred or something like that. I don't know, but I just think that's kind of crazy. This is her second time being kicked off of a case for the same thing. So just to give you a little rundown, there was a conflict of interest due to a relationship between her and the lead prosecutor. What was his name? Nathan Wade. So apparently, yeah, she was having relationships with this dude. It looks like, from what I've seen, it looks like they were just having their relationship after she picked him for the transition team, but they also met in 2019. I'll go into this later, but they met before, and apparently, I guess 2 years later, she just hired him. I don't know, but it seems pretty sketchy to me. So originally, the Judge McAfee, had ruled that one of them had to stay in the case and one of them had to leave. So it ended up being Wade that left. I think he resigned. No, he definitely resigned like the same day that came down from the judge. Literally the same day, like a few hours later. And she ended up staying on with her office, of course. And so some time went by, and now we have the ruling from the appeals court stating that she and her office will also be kicked off of the trial. In a nutshell, that is basically what happened. She's being kicked off this trial along with her entire office. I mean, if you ask me, I completely agree with this, with the appellate court. I don't know why Judge McAfee just let this one go when clearly there was some conflict of interest. I mean, so think about this. I looked at the timeline of their relationship, and when they met, when he got hired. Apparently he was going through a divorce and cancer and all that stuff beforehand. But I mean, if you think about it, so he joined the transition team in 2021, but they met at a conference, like some kind of legal conference, lawyer, some boring law shit. They met at that in 2019. So she hired him 2 years later, which is kind of strange. It almost makes me think that they were probably doing something and for those 2 years while he was getting a divorce, because his divorce wasn't final until the day after he signed the contract to be the lead prosecutor, I believe. He divorced his wife. He signed the contract for that, I believe, the day after he got lead prosecutor position. But anyway, so during this whole time after 2021, when he's on the transition team, they are seeing each other. Like, they're actively seeing each other. They got all the call scripts and stuff. I don't remember what it's called. It's like Skynet. No, that's Terminator. But yeah, during this time after, he got picked, he is making money, basically from taxpayer dollars. I think somewhere around $650,000 is the number that I heard. And she's in a relationship, and apparently she's benefiting from his earnings. So they're like taking vacations and shit. And apparently she claims that she was reimbursing him in cash and like paying other bills. What's like, this is clearly a relationship. That's what this is. This is not nothing else. This is not like professional, nothing. This is straight up relationship stuff. He's paying for everything. She's claiming she reimbursed him in cash. No, that's crap. So yeah, there's clearly some conflict of interest going on here that needs to be addressed by somebody in the courtroom, because apparently the judge didn't care that much. He just got rid of Wade. Well, he just said one of them should go, and it ended up being Wade. So basically what's going to happen now is I forget, there's some person that's supposed to basically reappoint a DA to prosecute the case, I guess. And for her previous case where she got, booted off the first time, it took like 2 years for them to choose another DA or prosecutor, and then it ended up being just thrown out, and they just didn't do the trial or something like that. But that's basically what happened for the first one, and that seems like that's what's going to happen for the second one. I mean, Trump has been elected; he is the president. They are trying to refuse. I believe in New York. They're trying to refuse throwing out his case, the hush money case. But I mean, I don't think there's really. I'm not a law guy, but I don't think there's much you can do to a sitting president. I don't think you can put a sitting president on trial. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. All right. So anyway, I completely agree with the decision made by the appeals court. It does look to me like there was some conflict of interest. I think you can ask almost anybody about conflict of interest in this, and they'll probably, I mean, unless they're a super biased leftist or whatever, they'll tell you that there's some conflict of interest in this. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, literally the DA is sleeping with the prosecutor. Like, what? That's strange. That's really strange. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, sub, share, and I'll see you later. Bye.